So,
You're live. Yes, we're live.
Onegaishimasu.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna say it in Japanese because most of them are
sure.
it's been like a Japanese audience. So, おはようございます。ですね、今からお友達のキューちゃんに来てもらってメイクアップをしてもらいます。で、and today, yeah.
I recognize myself as Kieu-chan.
Yeah, Kieu-chan. I put Chan. Kieu-chan.
I recognize that.
And you're the makeup artist and the stylist, personal stylist. And I don't. It's the first time working on me. Yes. And today I asked her to do like more casual, like go to the yoga, and after that go straight to the cafe session, like morning, like AM type of theme on me. Yeah. So that's
and
why.
she's already in her yoga apparel.
Yoga mat.
So we're gonna have her looking like a good yoga mama.
Yay.
Are we ready?
Yes, I'm
Okay.
ready.
So on her skin, she's already prepped with moisturizer and sunscreen, and a little bit of moisturizer on her lips, and we're starting fresh.
Sunscreen 塗りました。眉描いてないです。Nothing else, just the sunscreen and lip gloss.
Do we want to talk about what I'm using? Yeah.
This one.
Burt's Bees.
It's actually this is my daughter's.
We stole it.
娘のリップグロスをちょっと塗って。
Just borrowing. I'm going to custom mix her foundation color and add a few drops. This is luster drops to give her skin a nice little radiant glow. But this is MAC Face and Body C1 and C7. I'm going to custom to make it into them. But I'm not sure we need to blend much more from C1. Just a drop.
So 今からファンデーションをカスタムで作ってくれてます。MAC のプロダクトを使うらしくってね、3種類の色を混ぜて作ってくれるそうです。ちょっとねグロスちょっとこうキラキラっとした感じに。Yeah, somebody already made a comment. Kobawa, that's like good morning, good evening, like a mix. Because she is in Japan.
And it's an evening.
Yeah. So like she's mixing good morning and good evening.
Working on her color here.
私は普段ファンデーション塗らないんですよね。サンスクリーンともうなんか粉なんかこうテカリを抑えるだけの粉でおしまいなんですけども、今日ちょっとね、塗ってもらうことにしました。
Not such an exact science, but it is at the same time. And I might need your help if I need to make more. So I'm rubbing my palms together because it's a water base. So I want to rub out till it becomes a little more tacky, and then I can press it in her skin.
Well, tacky means like
a little less runny. Like I could, you hear it sticky kind of? Yeah. So now I can press it on.
Foundation, what is okay? Is it okay if I talk?
Oh yes.
Yeah. Like 手で混ぜてよく混ぜるんだそうです。なんか水、ね、オイルが入っているのはお水ベースのものなんで、ちょっとねだらだらとそのままつけると落ちちゃうので、こう手でこう混ぜ混ぜして。
So your face is just, it's got a little more color than your neck, so I'm just going to bring it down so that it looks not because I mix the color that way, but because I think the sun just hits your face more.
なんか私の首の色よりね、顔の色の方がちょっとこう暗い、やっぱりね日焼けして色が暗いので、今ちょっと色を
little face wash. Okay, there we realize there's no mirror here, so your audience is your mirror here.
Yeah, I can look in it.
Yeah.
Looks nice.
Just a really subtle glow, but no line of demarcation. Color looks pretty good. Right?
Yeah, I'm gonna tell them, like I don't usually makeup, like they go to yoga. And the yoga is like no makeup, nothing.
Right.
I was like, I don't know, my strict rule. I don't know somehow, like it had to be like a supernatural, something like that. But then, like why not? Why can't you wear makeup to the yoga? You can look beautiful. and
Yoganista.
mhm.
And actually, it's really natural since it's water based. You can sweat and things and not feel like. Okay, I'm gonna go wash my hands.
はい。そうなんですよ。私、ヨガやるときって、なんかもう、かたくなにね、なんかこう、メイキャップ一切なしで、もう、すっぴん、ヨガをやるからにはすっぴんみたいな感じの、ね、変なこだわりっていうか、まあ、そういうこだわりがあったんですけども、なんだろうな、なんか、ヨガにおしゃれしてて、何が悪いのでもないな、そこまで向きになってないんだけど、で、なんだろう、こうヨガする時にも、なんかこう気分が上がるお化粧だったら、ね、なんかお化粧するっていう、なんか習慣が自分についてもいいかなじゃないけど、そうです、メイク講座、お遊び、なんかお化粧屋さんごっこみたいな感じです。Yeah.
Okay, ready? So we're going to start with your eyes.
なんか今次目をやってくれるそうです。ね、キューちゃんに頼んだのが、朝ヨガに行って、私カフェでセッションするんだけど、例えば朝ヨガクラス、ヨガを受けに行って、で、そのまんま、
This is it's called a paint for your eye. The color is Sublime Nature. It's a matte, just a little bit darker than her skin tone, but we're going to go for this kind of palette that's close to her shirt. So just a touch of this. We're going to use it as a primer, but it could be used alone. So when you do it like a primer, what we put on top will stick more and the color will show up really well. So this essentially could last you all day. Yes. So I'm just going to put your lid up through the orbit of your eye because of your eye shape. I'm going to bring it up to the crease, but not higher than that.
そう、アイシャドウの前のベースをなんか塗ってくれるんだそうです。これを塗っとくと、ね、色が長持ちするみたいなんですよね。で、
So, you know, at this point, you could stop too. And it has a little color. So if that's, you know, you just want to put a little something and throw on mascara, you can go like this. Because it's just a touch of color without showing up like you were going out.
もうこの時点でもうマスカラつけて、こうちょっとこうご近所さんにお出かけとかするのもいい感じですよだそうです。なんとなくこう自然、自然けどちょっとこう寝起き顔じゃない感じになんかすでに仕上がるんだそうです。That's easy then.
Yeah. But yeah, do you see how there's just a little bit of color in your lid now? There's a teeny bit of shimmer. So I'm actually going to jump up and do your eyebrows to frame your eyes and work our way to getting your
Someone is making comment. Bruno and I look at that, like especially like on it. Like, I'm gonna make a post like Bruno.
Okay, snap the screen now. Okay. So I'm using I'm going to add in a light around the end of your hair. So I want it to still kind of look natural. So I'm laying down the foundation with a darker brown, and then I'll kind of add in. Or maybe I don't have to. Let's see how this looks.
今眉毛やってもらっています。
So I'm using a really small angle brush because Meiko doesn't have eyebrow hairs on the end here, and we want it to still look a little bit natural. To look like hair strokes.
私の場合、眉毛が片方、こっちが短いんですよね。こっちがなんかもう切れちゃって、もう生えてこなくなってんで、それを今補充してくださってます。
Do you want to to take a look at the shape and see if we like it, and we can do on the other side.
Let's see. Oh, that's
Pretty. I
Yeah.
didn't want to go too aggressive because I've never seen you with eyebrows, so I
Oh.
don't know what your shape of
No, I like
preference is.
I like it.
Okay.
なんか綺麗、すごい綺麗な眉毛
We
の
have a lot of
形。
good space here, so we can really play with
Actually,
them.
like it's the first time, like I've been, like drawn my eyebrow by someone.
Uh-huh.
Never liked it. I had to fix it, but I like this one.
Oh, good. I'm going to make it a little longer because you
Mhm.
have big eyes, so I think you could pull off. Oh, good. I'm so glad. Because when I don't know what, eyebrows are very particular. It frames the face. So
Mhm.
even when other people draw my eyebrows, I rarely like it as well. So I know what you mean.
ちょっと長くしてくれました。私の目がでかいので、ちょっと長さを足してくれたそうです。Oh, that looks good. Yeah,
Ta-da!
yeah. Ready for party.
Okay, so I'm going to have you face me so I make sure and do this even.
なんか彼女はなんかいろんなメイキャップできるんだけど、今日はそのね、ヨガとか朝のカフェのセッションにそのまんま行くみたいな流れになっても、ナチュラルな感じの顔をちょっと作ってほしいってお願いしました。Right, like you can do like a smoky eye, like a Hollywood look too, like evening thing. Not today. We're not doing that today.
Right. Will give us another chance to play with makeup.
Mm-hmm.
Your kids are gone for how long? The whole week?
Yeah, a week. Yeah.
It's a week to party.
Yes. 子供たちはね、父親とバケーションでペンシルバニアっていう違う州の方におばあちゃんのグランマのお家があるんですけども、そっちの方に1週間いないので、私は1週間ちょっとね。
Or it could be a date night. You have a date night.
Date night. Date was like human.
Or spirits. Do they care what you look like?
Spirit, yes. Maybe I had that like every night.
You want to be special for any particular spirit?
Let me think. I don't know.
Do you get regular visitors? Like is it your own relationships, like family or friends or something, or are they kind of strangers?
I used to have strangers. It depends on what's going on with my life, and synchronize. It's like your relationship. You meet the person for what you need or what you need to go through, like that.
Yeah.
And
oh my gosh.
yeah, like
that's cool. I wondered what it's like a day in the life of Meiko. Okay, there's your brows.
Oh, someone is like in Japan too, the style like among young people, like it look like no makeup makeup is like a popular.
Well, let's just show you what or our viewers too what that could look like with just mascara at this point.
アイシャドウとかなしでもうベースだけで今マスカラを塗ってもらいます。
So what I'm going to have you do is tilt your chin up a little bit, and then look with your eyebrows into my elbow down here. Okay. Down low. So I'm starting at the base, and I'm kind of zigzagging to coat your lashes, but also encourage it to curl a little, and also lengthen.
ギザギザに動かしながら、ブラシを動かしながら、上に持ち上げる感じ。
We'll do the same on the other side.
Yeah, did I
that's why I'm saying you look down. Okay. Because this is a really wet formula, I can tell we want to just do very light strokes and then come back to do a second coat after you do the other eye. So you have to kind of go back and forth a little when it's wet, because what happens is then it turns into looking kind of clumpy.
I blinked again.
Yeah, that's okay.
And also, I'm opening my
How
mouth.
dare you? No, okay, so just look. Yeah, it's okay.
だからmy hair, I'm opening my eyes. It's not necessary.
Okay, so this is just kind of one coat. Mascara still looks pretty. You know, what we could do too, just to show our viewers, is oh, whoopsie, I broke that on the way over.
まだなんかね、重ね塗りするらしいんですけど、結構濡れたマスカラ、これ私のね、そこら辺のドラッグストアで、アジア系のドラッグストア、なんかこう、多分コンビニとかでも買えるようなものをなんか使ってもらってます。キューちゃん忘れてきたらしいので。
So let's give you a touch of blush, just a little bit.
Oh,
You will
somebody
get your
noticing your tattoo. Yes. 梅 is it's a
cherry blossom.
cherry blossom. Oh, then 桜だそうです。桜の、タトゥー。
Oh, well, now I got
The hair?
brush.
Oh, brush
hairs.
So,
Okay. I think they kind of-
桜です。Yeah, everybody's talking about it. What flower is that? What kind of tattoo is that? So, 桜です。桜のタトゥー。Oh, wow. Like, my face looks smaller, no? Like
Do we
already-
want it to look smaller?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
It's strategic placement of the blush.
Yeah, because like all the American think it's, or like a foreigner think it's very weird when Japanese make a comment. Oh, you have a small face. That's a
Good thing.
compliment.
Yeah.
そうそう。ね、小顔、ね、顔ちっちゃいねと褒めるのって、日本人以外の方、ね、外国人からしたらちょっと不思議な褒め言葉なんですよね。顔ちっちゃいみたいな。ね。
With a little bit of blush up top to give your face a little harmony. And also because we choose a blush color that you might naturally blush to, like when you get hot or sweaty. So it will seem pretty natural. Okay, so here, super easy, right?
はい、シンプルにお顔ができました。なんかちょっと、お上品じゃない？
What do you think?
Yeah, I like it. I like this.
Yeah, we have to
shade.
darken this side a little. I'm seeing that your other side's a little darker. So just even out your brows a bit. But
So,
define around the eyes. That's very good. I mean, that's me complimenting myself. I don't mean to do it
No,
like that.
that's
I mean,
good.
Like natural for what you're kind of looking for, the experience, right?
Yeah, like I had one makeup lesson, like a private lesson, like a long time ago. And what I like about him was like he was that's like wow, like I like So,
Okay, good.
yeah.
Not. I wasn't trying to toot my own horn.
no, like you should like I that makes make other person feel good too. It's like, oh, this person is enjoying the makeup.
So from here, we'll take a.
I'm gonna introduce the. I think some
So
people
good.
have seen this
You
alcohol
want to show the picture?
sage こういうねハーブがフェンネルとかローズマリー、セージ、なんだアネスティージャ、ダンドワイヤー、アネスティージャ、なんだダンドワイヤー。
Oh,
What's
you mean
this?
Anise? Oh, Angelica.
Angelica? Okay.
Dandelion,
Thyme.
thyme, sumac.
Sumac, I don't know.
Sumac, you see it upstate in the fall.
Mhm.
It grows like on a long thing and then has the red on the
Oh,
end.
it's like wheat,
Kind of, yeah.
right? Like a millet.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And fennel, yam, sage, rosemary. It's delicious.
Yes. これとこの私のお気に入りのオレンジジュース、絞りたてのオレンジジュース、果肉がいっぱい入ったオレンジジュースでカクテルを作って飲みながらやっております。そしてヨガマン、カクテル and yoga and makeup.
Yeah.
I like that.
It's all the things we like to do. So
I said it's beautiful.
So what I'm doing under her brow bone, for the highlight color, I'm actually going to use a skin tone concealer to give it a really nice creamy edge, and that will also help define her brow, especially where she doesn't have hair. So it's just a little bit lighter than her skin tone, just to give it a little class, and of course I'll come back and blend that out.
今一旦このコンシーラーで眉毛の周りにちょっと肌色を塗ってこう眉と肌のこう境界線くっきり感を眉がこうキリッと目立つような仕上がりを、作っているそうです。
Anything we do at this point is just basically like cake. You know, it looked good already. Now we're just gonna, you know, every little bit would just be a little more enhancement, but definitely you can stop at it. So, you know what I mean?
もうこの時点でね、なんかもうベースができて、もうこれで十分なんだけど、ね、こうちょっとこうすごい細かいこうディテールをこう仕上げていってる段階だそうです。
So let's take a look. So see how we just kind of highlight, so give you a really clean eyebrow.
Yeah. Okay, good. Clean. ここら辺がね、こうスパッと綺麗に。Yeah, and then you know, like, and because of K-pop or I don't know Korean drama, like there was a time, you know, the fuzzy eyebrow got popular. I tried it. I didn't look good. No matter,
you know, sometimes the trends is not for everybody.
Yeah. そう韓国の中でメイキャップでこうふわっとした眉毛が流行って友達にやってもらったんですけども、全然ね私の目my eye shape I think I don't know maybe doesn't go with that fluffy eyebrow. Like
if you want, I can not so fluffy, but we don't have to make it so sharp too.
No, I like
You're
it.
Like, don't touch it.
No, I like this. I like a clean look.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm adding a mauve, medium dark color, and we're gonna put this over the top of the orbit of your eye. You have your orbit kind of protrudes just a bit, so we're going to hopefully by the mid-tone color here help it look more recessed and bring
more
forward
like,
your lower lid.
It's like more like a three-dimensional, like a depth.
So we want to help that recess a little and help your lid come out. So I'm going to put maybe a brighter color on your lid to help right above your lash line come forward. But, let's see how it goes, because I might change my mind and put something dark there together. So this is a little bit of a smokier look.
ちょっとスモーキーな感じに。Oh, yeah.
We like or we don't? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, then I'll just keep playing with that. So what I'm doing is I'm holding up from the top of your brow to lift that up and get in. Because you have a lot of skin to play with here, a lot of eyelid. So we want to make sure
it's
we
very
coat
wide,
everything.
right?
And you know, I don't have a lot of color in here, but I just use a fluffy brush and I just really buff it out so it looks nice.
Can I
and
see the
soft
color
and
you
airbrushed.
used?
Yes. This color here.
この茶色乗っけたらしいんですけど、ここにね乗っけてくれたらしいんだけど、軽くやってくれてます。
I don't want to go too much darker than this because we still kind of want a daytime look, but just so you can see how smoky can work in the daytime.
It's like a daytime smoky.
Yeah. Or like a natural smoky, you know?
Natural smoky. I like that. なんかスモーキーアイでもナチュラルスモーキー
It's like smoky technique, but using more neutral color.
そのスモーキーアイってこうハリウッドThey do like a lots of Hollywood, like a West Coast style のやつのナチュラルバージョン、そのスモーキーのアイを作るテクニックを使ってるんだけど、色はナチュラルなやつで仕上げてくださってます。And then someone said, like before this eyeshadow, she said, it's like, like it's not a big change, but it seems like, like more in focus, like, like my
eyes was just defined, like I want to look at your eyes, even though she's right, there wasn't a lot there. Makeup's such a fun tool not only for creativity but also just and it's a form of communication too, because when I do talk to you, when I'm looking at your face, it's what am I drawn to focusing on, and how do we communicate?
Like, you mean like communicate with my face, or
or face to face. Like when I look at you, I'm drawn to your eyes right now. But probably when you look at me, maybe you're drawn to my lips. I don't know. You know?
Yeah.
So if I go to an interview, for example, I would want the attention on my eyes and not my lips, because I want them to, you know, trust me through my eyes, which I think is important for your role.
Yes.
You know,
Yeah.
that's kind of how words are coming out of your mouth, but somebody needs to focus into your eyes, because that's where the trust is. Somebody could still lie that you're looking at their eyes.
Yeah. そうメイキャップはね、コミュニケーションツールでもあるって彼女言ってて、例えばこうジョブインタビューとか行って、そのね、インタビュー中に目を見て話を聞いてほしい場合はね、今日は例えばね、ピンクのリップをしてるけど、インタビューにはね、ピンクリップじゃなくて目にこうね、協調性を置いたメイキャップにしてインタビュー中はこう目を見て話してもらえるようになんか彼女を意識してメイキャップして出かけるんだそうです。And also like in Japan, do you see this like a little puff like when you do this? You know, for young, I don't know, maybe like a teen, like late early 20, I don't know, in 32, I don't know, but the young girl, I say young girl, they do highlight this. Like
so
like
I was
glitter, like
like a more brighter shimmer.
Not in here, you know.
I was gonna make the end smoky for you.
Like you see the little puff, like this, like
I can highlight that. For
it's
you.
called like tear bag, or what do you call
tear duct?
Tear duct? Yeah, that's like they highlight it, but I don't know if I'm gonna.
What I could do
like
is what I could use is that concealer color we put up top there, because it's light, but not be like sparkle or glitter or something. So I could still highlight that for you, and I think that would be great. So I'm gonna change the brush to a pencil brush and use the same color we did on the smoky here, and open and look up for me. I'm going to essentially use it like a soft eyeliner on the bottom.
So that same color and it going down.
But just right up on that kind of lash line you see here. And also the color blends kind of with your mole there too, a little bit. But
そう、ここにつけてくれたシャドウをちっちゃいブラシに変えてこうつないでこう目の大きさ。Yeah, like my eye looks like bigger, right? Like wider. Yeah. Yeah.
You have big eyes already.
Yeah, big eye already.
Yeah. Sometimes people, you know, always want something they don't have.
No, like I like this. Yeah. Yeah. And you said you're gonna put like
the lighter color on the inside. So why don't I finish that eye off for you, and then I can even you out.
Yeah. Like ここに塗ってくれた色で涙袋のところハイライト代わりにちょっと入れてみようかって。
This color concealer in the middle.
で涙袋をちょっと強調させるっていうのをやってみようかなって言ってくれてます。
Look up for me. Actually, look a little bit further. Now, the mascara you have is kind of wet. Do you put that on the bottom?
No.
Okay, because it probably transfers, right? Okay. I just want to smooth that line out.
Everybody's like, this is a high alcohol content. It's like this sort of like
what time is it?
It's like like a 80 proof and a 40% alcohol. What?
We're alcoholics in
Yeah.
New York.
I got a little bump in there.
Wanted to get inside, share in the fun. Also alcoholic. Wanted to bathe in the.
Yeah. Want to join us?
Okay, do you want to So I did that light just pop kind of
Oh,
right in
this-
the center.
yeah.
Is that? But I didn't want to do the whole thing because your eyes are a little
I look
bit
younger. I'm
You
doing
do
like
look-
a
I was thinking that when I saw your reflection earlier.
right. Look at that.
What is your audience think?
Mhm.
We making it up. She looks so young. Okay.
Yay.
When you out, look up. The other way.
So when you do this eye, when you do yourself, like
Mhm.
when you still have to look yourself, right?
So I tilt my chin down.
Ah,
Maybe.
I see.
So it's just the angle that maybe I tilt up or tilt down depending on what I need. Are you saying the technique I'm
Yeah,
doing on
you
you
use
and
it.
I ask? Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, looking good.
Okay, look up and over to your left. Okay, getting this in place. I will say I never seen you really wear makeup, so maybe for people who see you all the time, whoa, she's
Yeah.
wearing makeup.
Yeah, maybe once
It's
in a
pretty.
blue moon, like I do get to wear the makeup, like real one, like maybe once a year.
Did you say real one? So outside of Halloween?
Yeah.
I might coat just a little bit of mascara for you just to cover that, but I think I might let's see if I have a fresh brush.
Yeah, and then I want to tell them about like why I asked you to do the makeup
Oh,
thing,
yes.
like because like I started doing a YouTube live and Insta live, and like I wanted to study how I do during live, but then I start noticing, like my lip was so pale and thin and pale. It's like I don't know, like I look like in the movie, like when the dead people are being like pulled out from the lake, like I look like them. Like it's like
I didn't think so. Okay.
そうなんですね。そう、私、なんで彼女にお願いしたかっていうと、一緒にね、なんかちょっとこう、キャッチアップ、してね、食事してた時に、ね、彼女メイクアップやるとか、ね、パーソナルスタイリストさんで、前聞いたことある。Like, I never asked you to, like, for the advice, right? Like, it's the
No.
first time
Yeah,
doing
yeah.
that. Like, because, like, I don't know, like, I always felt like, those are, like, for, like women out there or the girls out there, like me, like I'm fine, like I'm clean, that's it. But
And
then,
this might be more than you do for yourself on any given day, but this is the fun of somebody else doing makeup for you. So maybe you look up. This is a pretty wet formula. I want to be really gentle because I don't want you to get the smear. I just want to give it a little contrast to where we highlighted it. And then when that dries, we'll do another coat on the top. So meanwhile, I think we could top off with a little bit of lip gloss. Brand new. This is called Love Child.
yeah.
She's a love child of the universe. So just a little bit more color than her natural lip color, and I'm going just as far to her natural edge of her lip line as I can to accentuate the look and the shape. We can always make her lips look fuller too.
So now, like, it's just going along with my lip shape.
But I'm broadening on the outer edges here just a little bit. Tilt your chin up for me. And we could do lip liner and things too, which I did bring, but I thought for daytime, I think this is rather good. Because you do have very beautiful lip shape. So maybe just adding color, something easy you can throw on and reapply if you have coffee or, talk a lot and maybe it comes off.
I might be like still anemic, that's why I have like a pale lip.
Oh,
So I should having more eyeliner.
okay. people can spend as long doing lips as the eyes to get that precise and the layering and the edges and the shape.
そう、リップも無限にいじることができるそうです。Oh, wow. だから、
Who is that?
yes. そうなんです。I can't see like it because the color it's hard to see.
Pretty natural color.
Mm.
In person, I can really see,
Mm.
you know, and because the colors we did on your eyes are not shimmery,
Mhm.
your lips have that little bit of gloss. So my eye now, when I look at you, goes around.
Mm.
Your lips have the gloss and has probably the most vibrant color on your face, but your eyes are big. So when I look at you, my eye moves and really is looking at your whole face.
そう、ね、こっちに、it's similar, no similar, right? なんかお目目はキラキラしたの入ってない感じ。で、こっちには、こう、キラッと光る光沢のある感じにしたんだけど、目が大きいから、こう大きい目と、なんかこっち光沢にしなくても、視線がこうバランスよく、口とお顔に行くそうです。で、ちょっとね、口の幅を広げてくれました。あとはリップアイラインは入れないで日中ということで、もうなんだろう、背にある形のとこに色をのせて、横幅を若干ちょっと長くして幅を持たせた感じ。
Down with the plant.
ちょっと風でプラントが倒れました。リップはどこのブランドですか ?And where is this from? Like the lip gloss?
The lip gloss, it's all MAC. So just use a
すべて MAC だそうです。MAC の、これは何でしょうか。Oh, battery is out. Like I had to charge it. So I'll turn it on. And,
The color you want to show, it's called Love Child.
チャイルドだって、ラブチャイルドだそうです。お名前ね、カラー
So
の
I
名
picked
前
for the
は。
color and because the name sounded so sweet.
イエーイ。なんかシャツの色、yeah, it's matched with my shirt. Like, I wanted to do like yoga themes. I got ready everything for that. And yeah, maybe I should get the charger, right? Like before.
Yeah,
my,
sure.
Yeah. And then maybe like you can show them like a little bit like
What
like
I use.
Entertainment from the
Oh.
camera.
Well, does anybody speak English wants to ask me questions? I'm not sure if you had any questions or wanted to see the product. So what I could do is review what we used. So yes, so for her face, oh, you have okay, it looks like KM Cobb has a question, but for now, this is the foundation. It's face and body, C1 and C7, and I custom blend to make her color. I also added a few drops of the luster drops here. The color's Pink Rebel. This is a vintage kind of item. So what I do with oldies but goodies is I store them in the refrigerator. I'll take a pause real quick to take this question. If you want to type your question, I can answer it as we go.
And then can I do you think I'll turn the camera to this way? So you can そうです。ここヨガのボルスターの上にラップトップが上がってました。ね。
You're seeing behind the scenes now.
そうです。セットアップしたち
So
ょっ
what
と。
was the question? So my lip skin starts healing whenever I use lipstick, never tried MAC. The skin on the actual lip peels or the color?
Peel off whenever I use lipstick. Oh, I think like maybe she might be allergic to maybe lip gloss. Let me see. Well, I wonder.
The experiences in issue. The peeling of the lips makes me think two things. One,
Actual
maybe
lip
you went to the actual lip skin. Okay. One, maybe you want to exfoliate that more regularly. So what I do actually is when I done brushing my teeth, I use my wet toothbrush and I run it along my lips. And that essentially exfoliates my lips. And then you want to hydrate it. So what I had Meiko do when she washed her face was the moisturizer, sunscreen, and then moisturize her lips. Remember we did just a little bit for its piece. And then by the time we get to putting lip product on, it's already had a chance to really soak in. I'm not sure if your lips are peeling because they're dry or it's like a wet peel, if that makes sense. Like peeling because it's very dry.
そう普段なんかね、彼女歯ブラシした後ちょっとねその歯ブラシでリップをねブラッシングするらしいです。でちょっとこうね古いスキンの肌の再生を促す。でその後にモイスチャライザーでリップをやって普段から you do like take care of lips like you do take care of your face.
Yes, so they do make lip exfoliators, so sometimes it's a sugar scrub or something like that. So I'm sure if you look at just Google lip exfoliator, they make all sorts of flavored ones, whatever. Me personally, I don't like a lot of flavor on my lips or scents, so like cheap, easy. It's just using my toothbrush.
でそうなんかリップ専用のなんかスクラブなんかシュガースクラブとかなんかあるらしいんでなんかそれ探してやってみたらいいですよっつって Yeah, like she's responding. Yeah, like she never thought about it.
You can also use a washcloth. It's warm, maybe some warm water on it, and then press that to your lips to soften the dry skin. And then, did I drink this much already? I'm not drunk, I promise.
No, we only have a dash of like alcohol, and most of them are like orange juice. So this is just like orange juice.
I'm sorry, I can't recall if I finished that statement or not. But if you had a washcloth, warm water, and then press the warm compress to your lips when they're dry, and that should soften up that dry skin that wants to come off, and then you could gently exfoliate, because I'm sure if you peel a dry part of your lip, you probably rip it off and end up bleeding or something, right? So we want to avoid that and just soften it, and hopefully probably even use the same towel, wrap it around your finger, and rub it on your lip if you don't want to use a toothbrush.
トゥースブラシとかちょっとねきついなっていう感じだったら、ね、蒸しタオルでこうふわーっと蒸してでその後こうトントントントンって唇のあれをスキンを取ってあげるっていう方法。Do you think that will make like lips fuller too?
Oh, because you're bringing some blood to it. It's like if you get a massage, you're really activating the blood flow to your lips.
Yeah, because I did notice, like when I close my mouth, like when I'm nervous, like like my lips are tight, my mouth is tight. That makes my lips smaller, like a mouth is smaller. So like if I have a fuller lips, like my mouth needs to be relaxed. So I don't know, maybe I start doing that massage too. So なんかライブとかするようになって私こうね口にこう緊張っていうかなんかこうね唇をキュッとこう締める癖があるんですよね。もともとね唇薄いんだけど、またさらになんかこうもう唇がないくらいなんかこうね口が閉まって喋ってる自分に気づいて、ねもしもこうやってマッサージとかしてたらね普段から筋肉を緩んでこうカメラの前に出てる時でもこう緩んだ感じで喋れるかなと思ってちょっと聞いてみたら。そうかもしれないって言ってました。ヨガセージ。ヨガブルーノ。ちょっとブルーノが後ろでヨガしてます。
And I was thinking the yogi in me was thinking also about your lips when you get nervous or mad and you pull it tight. The idea of just exhaling when you or something, your lips will actually even when you just did that, when you did your lips actually There it is.
そう彼女ヨガの先生もしてて What kind of yoga do you teach?
I teach kind of just a vinyasa flow.
Vinyasa. でなんかこうねヨガ的アドバイスとしてなんかそのリップをねふわっとさせるにはこう例えばこう緊張したりとかねストレス溜まってる時にこうでこう息を吐くとそれだけで、ね、リップなんかこう口からのこう緊張感が取れますよっていうことを話して教えてくれま した。I don't know that hat.
It's been there.
Backstage.
Do we have any other questions?
Let me see. なんか他に帽子が素敵って。Nice hat. Yeah.
Oh, thank
Yes.
you.
そうですね。
Little detail.
Yeah, like check your Instagram page. You can look up like Kieu lowercase
And then dot
dot
NYC.
NYC. Lowercase dot NYC. Yeah.
So my name is in our title there. It's pronounced Kieu.
Kieu ちゃんです。はい。で、ね、彼女のインスタに、Yeah, I like what you start doing during a pandemic. You know, like you combine the fashion and the yoga, right? Like, ね、彼女もともとヨガはやってて、ファッションはファッションで別々にやってて、もう全然別のものとしてやってたんだけど、パンデミックの期間に、ね、Yeah, like I like, you were posing at the balcony and you had like a nice dress, like, yeah. 自分のファッションとヨガをコンバインして、ね、お家のバルコニーとかで、ヨガウェアじゃなくて、お出かけ着でヨガのポーズを撮ったりとかして写真を上げてて、なんかすごい面白いなと思って見てたので、よかったら皆さんも覗きに行ってみてください。ね、帽子かっこいいでしょ、リップ。I'm gonna go back on their comments. Yeah. ね。Yeah, somebody
I
say
think
that.
I'm gonna need a read.
Yeah. I'll make it. I'll make
Oh,
it.
let's make it for them to see.
Yes.
Want to see how drunk she's really getting me?
And I have a special ice. Yeah. For drink, I bought like big ice for drink for the grown up. This is not for kids. I bought for the grown up.
You can get a tray with like mini ice for them.
で、こちらが入ります。バーテンダーメイコ。
So not too much
Not
at all,
too
and I
much.
still already had a little juice. Unless I drink it from this point.
You can taste it. It's pretty strong. Like
It smells really fragrant. Now I really smell okay.
sage.
It smells more herbally than the sage. It's called sage, but I really don't get that aroma. It's a very crisp smell, which
Look at that. The juniper berry too.
that's what is made from. But yeah, there's almost a mintiness to it as well. So it must be the rosemary.
Like this is like discontinued. So like I had to find the one like people who still carry it. I need to collect them. Otherwise, like it's like it's gone.
Yeah.
貴重なお酒でご
Well,
ざ
I
います。
appreciate you sharing your fancy
And it's very
beverage.
important, like what kind of orange juice you mix.
Not Sunny Delight.
No, not Sunny Delight. No. Not Sunny D. Not Sunny D. Yeah. Like for the cheap orange juice, you want to mix the cheap alcohol. Like,
Yeah.
And like there's a fun.
When you're like 21.
Yeah. Or like even like like you can enjoy that that cheapness once in a while.
When we're not in Brooklyn, pretty much.
Yeah, like out there, like we can't get anything.
Yeah, right. We can only be snobby here.
Yeah, Tropicana. What's the Tropicana? Is that the orange juice? If that is the highest brand around there, like
And you definitely, since you said this is discontinued, it's whatever gin. What's a low level gin? I don't know what.
I don't know. Yeah. No. Maybe like it's a fancy enough already. Like a gin itself is fancy enough already. Yes, there is cheap gin, but yeah, gin or like it's just
Gin is
100%.
kind of enough. I just realized I'm gonna set her makeup. I'm like sitting here listening to her think, watching her think, and so this is Fix Plus. It's like a moisturizing spray, but also can set the makeup.
That's also
So-
by MAC.
All MAC. Everything I've been using. Inadvertently advertising for MAC here, guys.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna have you close your eyes. And I'm gonna just miss that from it. We got the wind on our side, so I'm trying to catch it because it's blowing away. This
Can
I
I
also
have this
use,
part too?
yes. Here we go. I think we just hit it.
Oh.
Smells
Smells
nice. They
good.
make
It's
them
not too
scented. I like this also for yoga. When I do yoga too, I don't wear makeup even when I teach virtual.
Mhm.
I really, if anything, maybe mascara, maybe gloss, but I use Fix Plus too, just to hydrate my skin maybe.
Mhm.
If I don't want to like put on a thick moisturizer because I'm going to sweat through it.
Mm.
It's very just nice to mist. Feels good in the hot summer as well. Stick this in the fridge, bring it out, mist your face.
Mm.
It could be very refreshing.
ね、夏にこう、保湿用にいいスプレーだそうです。なんかね、ヨガの前とか後とかにシャシャッとなんかやって、こうベトベトしてないんで。で、ベトベトしてないけど、なんかこう水分を与えるらしくて。ね。Yeah.
I feel like you look, I mean, not that you looked old before, but you look very
Mature?
youthful.
Mm.
Your skin looks youthful, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I don't look tired.
Where are we going?
Yoga? The park?
She needs to be seen, right? This face, she needs to go out in public.
Yeah, you were asking about the date night. If I have a date night, like while kids are gone, I said like it was a human, like maybe spirit. ね、なんか子供たちいない間にデートナイトあるんですかって聞かれたんですけど、ないね。
Well, I'm curious what the spirits are going to tell you now.
Yeah, like I need like like not just a spirit, like a good spirit, but like it was like meat on it.
Yeah. I was going to say new comments or.
Let me see. Yeah, she was asking about the mist.
Oh,
Yeah, for the
What's the
moisturizer.
question, or you just want to see it?
Yeah, is this for like a moisturizer? Yes, moisturizer.
It's not going to be enough as a standalone, unless, of course, the weather is, like here it gets very humid and hot. I'm not sure what climate is like there, but.
そうなんか基礎化粧品として使うには十分な保湿にはならないけど、なんだっけメイキャップの後とかにこう保湿用に使うスプレーで、まあそのまんまなんだろうこうちょっとヨガの後とかにサクッとやる、のには全然使えますよっていうことでした。
Also, for example, let's say in the winter or like when your skin gets very dry or the heater, the air is dry, maybe in the desert, you can just keep this in your handbag and add extra moisturizer. Like, for example, if you're somewhere you don't have a humidifier or something, in essence, you're kind of just quickly flashing your skin.
So it's not like a night routine kind of moisturizer, but like during the day.
Throughout the day is fine. Setting your makeup. Or as a refresher, like I said, hot, stick it in the fridge. It's a nice cool down.
ちょっとこう普段飲むお水のように補給する、ね、夏暑い時は冷蔵庫に入れて冷たいミストしたってこう、ね、リラックスしたり、ね、冬ねもうカピカピに乾燥、ね、ニューヨークとか特に乾燥すごいんだけどなんかそういうとこで、ね、一日こうちょっとサバイブするときにシュシュってやるのにいいそうです。Yeah. And someone said that's like keep the makeup stay.
Yeah, it sets your makeup. So you hold it about 6 to 8 inches from your face, like if I was going to do myself. And then I just do a few pumps from one side to the other side. Earlier, it was just because we had the wind. And I kept
everywhere. I had to catch it.
So, but usually probably just a few mist. Definitely give it some space. The other thing you could use it for is if you do makeup, if you're familiar with MAC makeup, they have a product called Pigment, and it's a very concentrated powder of makeup. You could mist your brush with it and then put it in there, and the color is really intensified. So you could do that too.
Like for the base? I mean, like
no, I didn't bring any, but it's called a pigment, and you could mix it and essentially use it on anything. A lot of times people use it for their eyes, but it can be for very creative makeup, like costuming type thing. But one way you could do it is it enhances the color. So I just, maybe wet my brush with it. So mist it onto the brush and then dip it in a little bit of that powder, and the color just goes on so strong and saturated, like the way the color is on your nails here. It would go in that strong, and you're not used to seeing eyeshadow or anything be that concentrated.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. So like I was like
or turn it into an eyeliner,
or like it's like very strong eyeshadow, like updated to contemplate like 80s kind of like.
When I think 80s, I'm thinking either sky blue or like purple all the way up.
The energy of it, like a style, like not not
with
like
for
a
the eyes.
high, like high, like a front hair.
Bangs. I remember.
Not a high bang.
It's like as high as my hat. How big the hair was in the 80s.
なんかね、お化粧、なんかすごいこうテクニック、なんかもっとこうプロの使い方になるんだけど、こうアイシャドウとかこうポイントを持たせたいとき、色とかをこうね、こうしっかりと、そしてこうピタッとつけたいときにはもうブラシに直接これをかけて、でそれでそのとかなんかそういうのをつけて肌にのせるみたいなことをする。教えてくださってました。で、インスタライブに出る時のメイクで気をつけることはどうすればいい感じになりますか？ Like, is there any tip, like, makeup for like Insta? Is there like any tip for like Insta Live makeup? But I don't. Insta Live or like YouTube Live?
You're going for. Today, what we did was because Meiko wanted something natural for real life. It happens to also translate very well on screen as a no makeup look. I don't know what the trends are for where you're at, but I felt like up to pretty recently, the trend here was so much makeup, especially among the youth. And that's it's like a high contouring, the high
shadow,
highlights, like the cheekbones, the peak of the lips, things like that. So lots of shimmery highlights and lots of matte contouring. You can still apply those techniques to a lesser degree than kind of what we're seeing, but I feel like that highly made up face is not my personal preference.
ね、なんかそのインスタライブとかね、YouTube ライブでもメイクアップするのも、ね、何をテーマにやってるかっていうかね、今日は私はカジュアルなこの、ね、ヨガで、ね、アウトドアで日中の感じ、ヨガのクラスにも行っても大丈夫だし、そのまんまヨガのクラスの後に朝のカフェセッションに行ってもいいのって言ってお願いしてやったんだけど、ね、彼女今アメリカでちょっと前までね流行ってたのですごいこうハイライト入れてローライト入れてても体も 3D にも作り上げて right like so many layers like even like
very full coverage so you don't really see the skin. I like to see freckles and actually for me too, I don't know if you can see, I'm not really wearing a lot of makeup. I have some concealer. Yeah, I did a little color on my cheeks and some bronzer because I protect my face from the sun a lot. So my face isn't as dark as my body because I do love being in the sun. So I have a little bronzer on just to help make it look more like one skin.
彼女今回私のね、ファンデーションもこうがっつりなんか塗る感じじゃなくてちょっとここら辺にこう出てるそばかすも残る感じになんか塗ってくれて自分自身も、ね、こうねバツッとなんか塗るの好きじゃなくて、ね、日焼けとか大好きだからそれに合った顔を作ってるなんかブロンズカラーを入れたりとかしてナチュラルな感じに作り上げるのが彼女の趣味だそうです。なんかもう全部ね、もう毛穴。Like some people like wanted to do like no freckles and no like pores, like even like porcelain, like smooth porcelain type of thing.
So
but,
are they wanting a tip for that? My suggestion, which didn't do for you, is to do a primer because the primers will have the filler that's going to blur the pores, give that soft effect. of the skin, and then you do a fuller coverage foundation. And again, I'm speaking to Mac because it's on the top of my head, but one of their formulas is a Studio Fix Liquid, and that gives a very, not super full, they do claim a full coverage, and that's probably full enough for me, like as a liquid foundation, and it's going to cover a lot. Then you can come back and actually what I used on your eyes was a concealer, but this is a palette of Studio, I picked all the different colors, but it's Studio Fix Concealer too, and it's the fullest coverage concealer, and you can actually cover tattoos with this. So if, you know, the technique to apply it, I could cover your freckles with a brush and come in and really stipple it on. So maybe a firmer nylon brush. This is like a synthetic brush to hold the cream. And then what I would do is essentially stipple her face to cover that. But I don't want to do that. I think this looks more natural. And maybe it's part of me getting older. I just appreciate, and living in New York too, because you don't see like day to day people with so much makeup. When they do, and you're like, "Oh, hot."
Well, like
Where are you? Maybe I came from a photo shoot, so I shouldn't judge. But I'm just saying, you know.
I'm more like prejudice. ね、なんか毛穴とかこうきっちりね、こうシミとかこうカバーしたいのであればコンシーラーっていうものをまたナイロンの筆を使ってきっちりとやることできるけど、like it's not trend in you, right? Like that.
A lot of makeup. No.
ね、もうしっかりお化粧した感じってニューヨークではなんかないんですよね。
We're pretty minimalist. We're kind of like snobby minimalists. We don't need a lot of anything, but what we have, we want the best, you know?
そう。で、彼女が言うには、ね、もうゴテゴテ、なんかもうしっかりと作り上げるって感じじゃなくって、ミニマリストで、ね、その代わり使うものをなんかこうベストのものを使って顔を仕上げるっていうのがなんかニューヨークのスタイルなんだそうです。I like that. Yeah.
And I mean, for me, probably day to day, this is already more than I do. But I used to, especially when I was more around before COVID, around people in the workplace and fashion, things like that. Maybe something more graphic to pop, but you know, just like mascara, maybe a little bronzer, and I'm good. I feel like okay. I don't feel overkill. I know people are still gonna look at me in the street, but you know.
No, not because of your makeup, like like something you stand and you look nice. That's why people look at you.
Yeah. This is
like a fashion is unique. Like you express yourself.
Yeah. So when my husband's with me, last night we were at Prospect Park, the event called Celebrate Brooklyn. We need to start going to that. So yesterday was the first concert, and I wore this hat, and so many guys would come up and say, "Nice hat," and my husband come right there. Like, yeah, you talking my wife? Yeah, that's why he's nice hat, not beautiful hat. They would even say instead of like beautiful wife, because he just come right there. You talking to my wife?
So ニューヨーカーのね、なんか素敵な、that's like in New York too, like give a compliment to each other, like to the stranger. Yes, like, to pick up too, like, people do that too. But
I don't get that vibe, and even if they did, I don't receive it. I kind of, I'm pretty diplomatic, I think.
Like,
unless they're really rude and say something inappropriate. But if they say something nice, like, "Oh, you're very beautiful," if a man says that, I think that's a lot of courage for a guy to tell me that in a mature way. I can say, "Thank you, have a nice day," and move on. But if it's somebody who's like whistling, check out my butt and whatever.
ね、ニューヨーカーね、なんだろうな、なんかこう、ね、男の人が女の人にこう素敵ですねとか、ナンパじゃなくて、こうね、素敵ですねって、ふわってこう声かけてくれたりとかするんだけど、なんかそれをね、どういうふうに彼女は対応してるかみたいなので、ね、ルールじゃない人には、ね、丁寧にお礼を言ってっていう、 Yeah, I haven't had that for a while. No,
Maybe now.
maybe. でもこれあるからちょっとこれでお買い物行ったらなんか
Maybe our next session is in her closet.
ね and then I can see, people are just like, I noticed like, I did YouTube live as my friends, and those are audience from my friends' audience, and it's like they're like a village. They look at each other, so like they're chatting by themselves too.
Oh,
like
okay.
if they don't understand or they didn't hear what we said, what did she say? And then like I should say that like they're like.
Oh, great! Thank you for translating. My Japanese is very minimal, but I do love language. There.
Kaosori. Like in Japan, we do shave our face. Like, you can not contour. Like you go to the barber shop, and even like women shave
to
their
get
face,
like the fuzz removed.
Like
I forget what they
here,
call it. Yeah.
and like
With the blade,
yeah.
the sharp blade.
Yeah, like it's in Japan, and wait, you were born here, so you don't know. Yeah, right.
Well, I've been to Vietnam, but it's been a long time. I think it was before I was a makeup artist as a profession. But I do know the tech. Well, and even now, for example, if you're a model or whatever, and you show up on set, they expect you to already have had that procedure.
The laser.
And there's the one with the blade, where they basically, I hate to say shaved it, but they are to make your face fuzz free and I guess if you're doing a tutorial on makeup where the zoom in focus on your face is very important. I am not of that realm. I still like I know I have fuzz, but
people do.
Yeah.
ね、なんか私もこれね、あるんで
I
すけ
will
ど。
say it does make a difference in the application, how it sticks, how it probably for a close-up photograph or an eyes or HD viewing, as technology on TVs and things get higher, crisper, clear. But sometimes when I watch TV on that, it's a little freaky, like. And then there's like it looks like a Barbie, and I want people to still kind of be like people, and that's why I have a hard time with all of the industry, the pressure to have plastic surgery or certain fillers or muscle relaxant things like that. Like I want people to look like people and themselves and be able to express it because. Hey, we want this look just like this person, and they get the same nose job and the same job.
Yeah, same drink.
What makes you? What makes you individual? I think that's what makes us all special, and our age in life. I'm from the perspective of procedures like cosmetic to enhance, but not to change. And I think that is a little bit what differentiates East Coast from West Coast in the United States. Like West Coast, when they do augmentation, breast augmentation, whatever, is to change their look. And in New York, it's kind of like to maintain. You just want to maintain the youthfulness or maintain, something, but it's not like, I want to be someone else, It's like, well, my boobs are saggy. I just need a little lift.
Just
lift. Yeah.
Just a little,
like a little lift in the eyes or something, not like, oh, I want to now have watermelon jugs.
Yeah. そう、なんだっけ。ね、顔剃りは、モデルさんとは、ね、なんかフォトシュートあるときに、ちょっとその毛処理してきてくださいって言われて、ね、カミソリで剃ったりとか、レザーで、ね、っていうのあるけど、一般的顔剃りはアジアとかね、だけみたいですね。ね、そうなんですよね。Yeah, like if you go to the like laser hair removal, like you can get the facial. Yeah. だからカミソリよりはね一般人にの顔の毛の処理っていうのではなんだっけレザーでやるやつ。
Has anybody of the audience here tried the laser hair well, on the face. I know people who've done, underarm or wherever.
I tried here. Like I tried here. Oh, so
There's more of where that
Yes.
came from.
I don't wear lipstick. もう口紅普段さね塗らないからちょっと触ってしまいましたね
Yeah, upper
この
lip.
Yeah, I tried, but it came back. It's not
It takes,
strong.
I thought like 5 cycles. Or
Like
something,
you had to
right?
do the only. I did one session to see how it goes, but I was very disappointed because I wanted to remove the hair on my beauty spot because like on the spot the thick hair does come out and I don't look good. I look like a catfish or something like that.
That's how they can tell that it's a mole and not skin cancer is if a hair grows out.
Oh,
of
okay, so that's a good sign.
It.
Okay, it's
Yeah,
not.
it kind of is. You go to a dermatologist, they'll say, "Okay, it's not cancerous. There's hair
it's a
growing
real,
out
yeah.
of it."
Yeah, but like if I look tired and have like a hair coming out from there, like I look like like a catfish in a like a muddy pond.
Maybe you're like gonna be in a role in a movie like an old Japanese on the side of the road. Oh, here says if you wanna reapply it all, but
Maybe I will try.
show them what you can do.
いやちょっと今日ねリップグロスこう塗れますよっていう姿を見せようかなって感じで。おい、ブルーナ He's on a mission. He's our guard. で、そう、なんかね、そう、日本でも、like in Japan too, East Coast, West Coast, like fashion difference. It happens in a small island too. Like Tokyo, Osaka, the fashion, like music, it's different too. ね、日本もね、関東と関西がファッションとかなんかそういうのが違うみたいに、アメリカもね、西海岸と、
This is yours. Oh, yeah, that's what I picked for you.
これ私のだそうです。やったラブチャイルド、マックのラブチャイルド、これ私のでつけて歩いてます。今度インスタライブでね、そうインスタライブでなんでさっきから言おうと思って忘れたんだけど、キューちゃんにメイキャップのクラスちょっとレッスンやってって言ったかっていうと、インスタライブとか YouTube ライブやったと自分の顔をね自分のトークを勉強したくて見直してんだけど、そうするとやっぱりこう必然的に自分の顔とかなんかそういう容姿を観察するようになって、もう私のリップの色があまりにも薄すぎて、なんかね土曜サスペンス劇場に出てくるなんか死体みたいだなと思ったのね。私自分の顔を見て、この人なんか死体役の人みたいとかと思って、でちょっと口に色が欲しいなって思ってた時にキューちゃんと一緒にちょっとお出かけして飲んでた時にそういえばメイキャップアーティストだしとかと思ってお願いして、その流れでもうついでにインスタライブやっちゃい YouTube ライブやっちゃいって感じでこの流れで今日のYouTube ライブに起きたんですけど、くれるそうです。ちょっとね、こっちね。Yeah, I had to be the professional. Right? Like they did you like this?
Yeah, oh
right?
my gosh. And I would do like this.
ね。Yeah. So, だから西海岸とtalking about the West Coast, East Coast again. ね、こう整形とかもなんかこうね、西海岸の方、特にロサンゼルスはなんかもういかにもなんかこう手をかけて仕上げましたって感じに仕上げるのがトレンドで、ニューヨークはなんかもう本当なんだろうな、ちょっとこうメンテナンス程度にちょっとおっぱいね垂れてきたから直すみたいな感じのこう静かになんかこう直す、ので、なんかそういうのでもなんかまた西と東ではスタイルが違うそうです。そうですね。Yeah, I'm gonna get more ice for my drink, so I add more
Am
drink.
I back to entertaining?
Yes. And they look like, let me see what they're talking about. People do like a wax, like here.
Oh yeah.
Too.
Okay, waxing I can wax for myself, the eyebrows, my lips, down south.
Yes.
But that's my personal extent of hair removal.
そう。 ね、基本なんかね、キューちゃんの好きなのは、なんだろう、こう、自然な感じで、その人の、right, like, whatever, like, you wanted to, like, when you do,
My
like,
sister.
enhance, like, like, if somebody has nice lips, like, enhance that, and nice eyes, like, not, like, cut, masking. Your makeup, like for you, the makeup is not masking, like just enhancing, what you have.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think it depends on the occasion too. So when it comes to costuming or things like that, like my friend who has these elaborate parties, I think I told you. So you costume from head to toe and how that body makeup comes out. So it depends, but those moments are very rare. I otherwise like, someone to still be approachable. Because I guess that maybe I do have a bias when I see someone with full makeup. I'm like probably less likely to approach them. And maybe I get that vibe
Like
off the people too.
intimidate, maybe scares you.
Well, it just seems like they're into something that's not what I'm into. Maybe what it is their mission at this moment.
Yeah. Yeah. ね、だからなんだろうな、こう自己主張、メイキャップってね、なんか自己表現とか自己主張とかでもあるから、こうメイキャップね、その化粧濃い人がどうのこうのってんじゃなくて、こうね、あまりにも濃い人だとね、彼女はちょっとこうね、価値観違うのかなじゃないけど、ね、思ってこう距離を置くじゃないけど、そういうこう判断にはメイキャップっていうのもなりますよねっていうお話をしてます。じゃあこれも持ってきま
Yeah,
す。
she's all done.
Yeah.
She deserves a break.
I had to make a more.
Okay.
I have another
I'm happy to answer any questions if anyone can do it in English. Meanwhile, let's see, what else can I share about our experience today? Some of the other products we had, this is the base on her eyes. This is called a paint, generally used on the eye area. This color is Sublime Nature, so it's a little bit of the tan color that was we put down very first. Here's all the brushes we use because the foundation I put on with my hands. Uh-oh, Meiko, I had an accident.
More drink?
Maybe that's a sign I should not have more drink.
I want ice.
Well, I don't want to, this is your special gin. I probably should not have any
Or
more.
you want to switch to the wine? I don't know. I'm gonna have more. Like it's.
How much longer are we doing?
I don't know. Like my first one was 4 hours, by the way.
Wow. Okay. Well, now we're just social hour.
Yeah.
Let's see. On the eyes, what I laid down first with that paint I just showed you. This is, I believe, this is my memory now because the paint's gone. How long I had this brush? This is the 242 eye brush, and her eyebrows. This one is the 208. Very small, firm brush to do her eyebrows. Then the highlight under her brows, this is the 165. It's got a tapered edge there. This is a synthetic bristle. And I use that to lay the cream down. So a good rule of thumb is to use a synthetic brush for anything creamy, unless, of course, you want to blend it out. For the soft, smoky part, I believe this is the 217. This is goat hair. And this is the one I laid down kind of the plum mauve color, buffed that out on her crease. And then I came in with the pencil brush. I think this is the 219. It has a really little point. There it is, the juice. And this I came in and did kind of just under her eyes there. The highlight that she had on the inner part of her eye was the same color, and I used just a concealer under her brow. I use this flat tip here because we want to get that line really tight. So if you look, that is a super fine line. So I used a really narrow brush. And then just to soften the edges on it, I forget what this brush is called, but really soft bristles on this eyeshadow brush here. So these were all the brushes I used on her eyes. I know that seems like a lot, but I wanted to keep a fresh brush for every technique. A little bit for her blush. This is the 129. I guess this will help because it's black on black. And you'll see that one side, this side has a little bit of a more tapered edge, and this side is a little more round. So this helps in doing that contoured edge against your cheek, the fluffy side for the top side for blush. So 129. MAC Cosmetics, I am putting a call out for you guys.
Maybe like I wonder like if we hashtag that they're gonna notice. You should hashtag the map. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Another drink.
Oh boy.
I made another one.
What time is it? It's almost 1:30.
Yeah, like people
Question or just a
it's
conversation?
during a pandemic, you know, like
Clean, how often do you watch?
like they do, you know, she started doing her work, so like she was doing less makeup, but then you know she realized that you know makeup is fun, it make you feel good,
Yeah.
you know, like realizing it, yeah.
Yeah, this is probably one of the first times I've worn like this color lipstick
Mm.
in a long time. But
Mm.
I just feel as things are reopening, even though there's another variant, a little more festive. I think people are happy to be around people now.
Mhm.
I'm not behind a mask.
Mhm.
It's like see my face
Yeah.
before you just like
Mhm.
put a mask on. I can't see anybody. I can't be around anybody. And now
Mhm.
it's like let's show ourselves again.
Mhm.
So there is going to be a little resurgence.
Mhm.
As far as the brushes, so for example, today on a client, I'm definitely going to wash it after this. For me personally, my personal use, once a week. And that's if I kind of, where I'll vary the color is probably with eye makeup. So I'll use a fresh brush for a fresh color.
Mhm.
And then wash them. Like Sunday's kind of my cleanup day. I really do some deep cleaning with my skin, clean my makeup brushes, things like that.
Mm.
I don't wear a lot of foundation, but if I did that foundation brush, that can really build into the bristles.
Mhm.
So you want to stay on top of cleaning that so it doesn't get pumped in there, and then you're using kind of a crusty brush to put on foundation, if that makes sense.
Mm.
What do you love about MAC as a brand? What I like about it as an artist is the range. You know, I worked for a lot of cosmetic brands, and nothing against any of the brands. I like something about all of them, but I found that if I would, and I used to live in Atlanta, I lived there for grad school, a lot of my clients there had darker skin, and you could not, like what I did was a custom color today for you, but there are many formulas they have that would just match your skin color right off the bat.
Mhm.
But some of these brands, they're geared more towards a lighter skin tone, and anything they make in the darker range is maybe less than 5 colors, and they will be very orange, or, and I just don't feel like that's very inclusive.
Mhm.
And I like that
Mm.
there's this
Mm.
range, not only just for basic like skin color,
Mhm.
but fun. Like
There's
there's
the
so
shadow,
many
the color.
products and colors and ways that you can use it. So and it's in the spectrum of the beauty market, it's not so expensive.
そうね、マックの一番、ね、彼女の好きなとこ、ねまあ、英語分かってる方はいるかもしれないけど、ね、日本語でも訳しちゃうと、ね、そのいろんな人種に使える、ね、アメリカとか、ね、こう田舎の方とか、ね、シティじゃないとこに行ったりとかすると、人種ちょっと待って。ごめん、訳し間違えた。なんかこうそのいろんな人種に適応するファンデーション、なんか色のバラエティとかあるのがなんか好きらしいですね。 で、大きい、いいクオリティの割にはそこまで高くないっていう。ね、right? Like it's a good quality, but they're not overpricing. That's like what you like about too. で、いろんなバラエティ、なんかこうね、多様性
It's
があ
more
る
than
と
the
ころは。
drugstore brand, but at a department store, it's definitely not the most expensive thing.
Not like what's that? Chanel, like the gloss,
Armani, anything.
アルマーニとかシャネルみたいなね。
They do make beautiful, I will say, Armani makes beautiful foundations. And Chanel has beautiful lip colors. I like their mascara. So there's a little takeaway from everybody, but this is one of the lines that I can, with the brushes, the actual makeup itself, other products,
ね、なんかこうプロダクトによってはシャネルとかね、アルマーニとかね、なんかこうファンデーションだったりとかね、リップこう、ね、綺麗な色作るのがあって、そういうの使うのあるけど、まあ、ベースを整える、揃えるにはね、これがいい。使いやすいって言って。Oh, wow. Okay. I think some of the people in Japan, it's like 3 a.m. or like 2 a.m. So like they're going to sleep. Like it's like good night, good night.
Maybe that's our cue to bow out as well. 3 a.m. Wow, thank you for hanging out with us.
Yeah.
That's some dedication.
Yay. Yeah, like we were supposed to start like
2 hours ago.
10 a.m.
But two crazy people together and it's very hard.
But it happened, so that's like good. It was supposed to happen last week, but because my ear, like I thought, like my eardrum got completely destroyed by doctor, but then that was misdiagnosed. Like I was to find out a few days after. Yeah, but I had to cancel. Yeah, the Insta Live. It was supposed to happen last week, but I was too emotional, too depressed. I had to like mentally prepare being like a death, like a half death. Yeah, I thought, like doctor messed up. Yeah, I was ready to fight though. Yeah, like I already have like a few lawyers lined up, like ready to. Yeah.
I'm so sorry. I'm so happy to see you laughing and having a good time. Apparently hearing me okay too.
Yes. So I think we are finishing like today's like daytime like yoga and after yoga morning cafe session look like in Brooklyn. Look is done.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I'm happy. Yes, and it was simple. Like like as long as I have a stance, like just like making skin tone even, like that makes like already like made up like look good. Like I realize it again. So if I wanted to look good, yeah, I want to
Just elevating yourself. Right?
yeah.
You definitely look good. All the ways I've seen her is very natural and still beautiful, and her personality shine. But now we're just enhancing all of that and bringing, like somebody said, the focus into the face. So, thank you for joining us. So nice to meet you. Cheers or good night.
Good night. Nice speaking. Bye bye. And